Time for our tail of the tape. Larry Holmes, 6'3" tall, and he tipped the scales at 226 pounds. And they'll be facing Muhammad Ali, 6'3" tall, the best to ever do it.
Todd.
Here comes the Easton assassin, Larry Holmes, perhaps one of the most underrated and underappreciated heavyweight champions of all time. He's got plenty of power and one of the best jabs in the heavyweight division.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Easton, Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Easton Assassin, introducing Larry Holmes. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only three-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee, the one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali.
All the talking has... We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. Do you believe what we're seeing? You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. This fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Hit him with a left jab. Lands the jab. Straight right just misses. A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. That jab doesn't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on the...
On to the second round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The left hook, it's finding its target. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Good right hook. Swing and a miss with that hook. Beautiful counter shot. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That big hook doesn't land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This round's... Hold that thought! Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. They got the momentum, they got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
To make mistakes of switching off and take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shot. You're getting back into this. You're better than this, kid. Go back out there and win the round.
There's the bell for round 3. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use playing with the ball.
Both men step back for just a moment. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. Good counter punch. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You don't want to trade shots. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look...
And there's the bell to start round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Can't score with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
You'd like to see more jabs. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Just stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't get...
On to the 5th we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Couldn't land that jab. And he misses with that jab. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Just missed with that jab. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And that left hook doesn't find its target. Tried to score with a jab. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the...
Great work.
And there's the bell to start round 6. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
A lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both men step back for just a moment. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fight has a real good flow to it. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A perfect counter shot. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
You switched off completely. I need to get back out there. Again, don't change too much yet. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will get that jab back. Just box in. Be smart. Just get your shots off. But you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt. He's ready to go. But you've got to be smart. Otherwise, he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there. You were smart. You were loading up. But you were still landing your power. Breathe when you're stepping around. I need you to switch back on. Get full. Think about the defense on the end of what you do. Good work. I need you to get back out there. I need you to win this round.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to...
Keep smart.
And there's the bell for round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
They exchange punches. You'd like to see more jabs. No rest for the weary. The jab doesn't quite connect. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. The straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Great work. Good work there, the jab.
Much better than this guy. You're much better. He's not in your league. Good.
Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round. Just the same again.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? When are we going to see a jab from these two? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
No rest for the weary. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. That counter shot lands. Legend goes to the canvas. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How would you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Stamina is off the charts. Seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
I love that jab slick.
When you're stepping around. You got complacent.
That's beautiful, that's it. Start sticking in a few body shots in there.
Buries a bag, and now you've let him back into it.
And there's the bell for round 9. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
The perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The right hook misses. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Nice defense on that hook. He threw a punch and just got countered. Caution is being thrown to the wind. That counter punch caught him clean. A lot of effort being exerted here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Holmes in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
He's ready to go. He's absolutely...
And here comes the 10th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And shoot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. That jab misses. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Beautiful counter punch. Clipped with a shot like that.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four. Listen to me. Are you okay?
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Need to turn this around halfway through.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down to them doing their job. But get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom, different tactics.
And he just missed with that left jab. Swing and a miss with that jab. He can't score with that uppercut. punching. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
What you doing? Come on, the fight's not over yet. You've got to go.
You out. Great work. Just stay focused. Go.
Let's start 11. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
He missed with that jab. Nice defense on that hook. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The stamina is off the charts. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That jab won't score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. He just misses with that jab. That hook won't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Holmes in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot on the line here.
Those 1-2 straights down the middle. Can't miss.
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round.
And there's the bell to start round 12. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Nice counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? counter shot. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Swing and a miss with the right hook. You'd like to see more jabs. And Larry Holmes goes down. He caught him with that body shot, and it froze him in his track.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come to me.
Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.